community of other mobile indie devs so that we can help each other out, and we can promote each other's games, give each other feedback, ask each other questions. I see a lot of people asking questions, for example, about how to export to iOS, Android, so it's a great community for everyone involved. Let me open it up, actually. 1 second. Okay, so here's the group. And so it's called Mobile Game Dev, and people share their mobile games or ask questions. And we also have a Discord, which, let me open that up real fast. And this is our Discord, where we talk about game design and mobile game development. And so real fast, I'm just gonna say I'm live. And we are streaming at on Twitch and YouTube under the name Emoji Podcast. Sweet. So hope everyone had a good weekend. So I shared it to Discord. So I'm still getting used to all this. I'm gonna share it to Facebook. We are streaming Monday community stream. Let's play some mobile indie games. Come suggest yours. Giving feedback and 5 stars. And let's link. I'm gonna link the Twitch. And our YouTube. Let me figure out what our YouTube address is. Hey, what's up, Kessels? Just talked to Amazon, says Kessels. So Kessels is a developer working on Undead Eatery for Steam, and they're participating in this August Steam Festival or whatever it's called. I'm curious how it went with Amazon, Kessels. That's awesome. So I love in the chat. I love like talking to the people, and every morning we update each other on our games, and we'll play the updates on the App Store and stuff like that. So I'm really into this community we're creating, and I love the ability to live stream it as well. YouTube, let me get that link. Sweet. Alright, YouTube. And I'm gonna post. I'd rather the Twitch stream logo here, but the YouTube one looks better, so I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm gonna make sure to open up the YouTube chat right now. So now we got both. Let's say this is a test, just to make sure it's working. Okay, I might not have the right one. Pop out chat. Okay, I'll be able to see the YouTube chat here at least. The demo didn't make it to the festival. Ah, dang. But I'm guessing you're still going to be a part of it. I'm really curious how that Amazon talk went, but I'm guessing there might be a chance you can't talk about it live, which is all cool if that's the case. So while we're waiting for people to filter in a little bit, actually, I'm going to make this an announcement, because I am the administrator, which means I have uncompromising powers. And so yes, this stream is an announcement. Let's see what's been posted recently. Maybe we'll play some of these games. A new card available in Zeroing. Okay, I remember Zeroing. The new card is part of the Star Card collections. Check it out. Check it out. Alright. Cool. So we also have... I think I still have Zeroing on my phone. So my plan is to play these indie mobile games that are posted in this group, in our groups, but also ones that people suggest in the chat. So this is a game called Zeroing. Let me make sure there's not an update to be made. There is an update. So I'm going to update this sucker, Zeroing. I think it's an interesting math game, and I haven't given it 5 stars, so I'm trying to give all these games 5 stars. I like all of them, so 5 stars is what I'm giving them anyway. And so I figure all of us in the stream, as we build it, we can, if you're not doing something, you can be playing these games and also giving your ratings, so we can all help each other out. Ooh, we got our second spammer. Nice. Block. Okay, so that's the plan for today. So every Monday I do this stream for a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours max. So after we do, but normally I do the stream Monday. I do Tuesday through Friday. I usually work on my game Emoji Pop, which I'll show you just real quick while it's updating. Kick block. Yeah, I just blocked that person. I should really make you and Madman like mods in case you want to block people. Yeah, so this is my game Emoji Pop. It's a bubble shooter, but we're not here to talk about that. That's what I work on Tuesday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. Not in chat. Not in chat. Not exact. I just banned them now. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Thank you, Kessels. You can make me mod so I can do it. Let me see if I can do that right now. If not, I will make you a mod after this chat for sure. I'm just totally delayed. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just not totally sure how to do that right now. I'll figure that out later. So we have some mods in here. But I got this game updated, so let's play it. This is called Zeroing. So my initial feedback of this game was that it's pretty tough, but that's not a slight against it. It's just harder than other math games that I've played, but I'm still excited to play it. Actually, I'm going to be releasing a video about this, I think, next week. Where's my YouTube chat? I just had it open. Okay, I need to push this to the side. Okay. So this is a game called Zeroing. Let's play easy. So you're given some numbers. So we have 1 minute. So we need to combine these numbers. So if I push the 2 to the 3, it adds them together. And what we're trying to do is make it so that there's 0 numbers left over once we combine them all. So let me combine the 5 and the 4. So when I combine the bigger number into the smaller number, that's a subtraction. But small to big, it adds. So I do the 1 to the 5. That'll be 5 minus 1. Oh, that's 1 plus 5. So one thing that I always get confused about is I get confused when it adds, when it subtracts. To me, like, I'm sure you would get used to that as you keep playing, but I still am not able to really remember. So I wish when you swiped the numbers, this is my big piece of feedback right now. When you swipe the numbers, like I'm swiping them right now, I wish it told you what was about to happen. So I wish it had told me, oh, this will subtract them, you know? So it can kind of dynamically keep telling you what your moves are going to do. And so you're trying to go on like a win streak. So let me see if I can do this again. It's really tough. So I know I'm going to have to do this, right? So it's a 3, So there's a 6 and 2. It can combine to be 4. 5 and 3. Oh, I could add them all together to be 8. But I forget which one adds. Big to small, I think, adds. It subtracts. So I'll undo that. Add, small to big adds. And then we got a 0. So we got some coins as a reward for that 0. Good job. And so we can watch an ad to double our coins we earned. Or we can get a new puzzle. Or we can share and challenge others to beat our score, which is interesting. But after I hit share, actually, I'm not able to do anything after that. Let me make sure that's consistent so I can... So these playtest sessions, they're great for getting feedback for your game. But also it's good for every morning when we play each other's games, usually even in the normal streams, like we'll find bugs in each other's games and then that helps everybody out, you know? So let me push this to the side for a sec. And let me go to where it's posted. And I'm going to say, nice, love how you are expanding the game. Playing it right now on stream and had a bit of feedback. Love playing, but biggest mistake I keep making is forgetting what adds subtracts. I think it would be really cool if when you are swiping numbers, it tells you what's going to happen. That way, I can be fully confident in the controls and my moves and make it easier to explore possibilities. I spelled confident wrong. I feel like there's something else I said. Oh yeah, so let's try this again. So I'm going to try an easy level. And we can share it. So 4 to 5, does that subtract? Oh, it adds. I can never remember for some reason. I'm bad at these binary things. 5 to 4 subtracts. I'm an idiot. Undo. 9 to 4 subtracts. And then we got a 0. Okay. So I'm going to hit share. I'm going to cancel the share. And then I'm stuck. So that's a bug. So... also found one small bug. Can see in video, but after hitting share, after winning, and closing the share window, I'm not able to hit any of the buttons. They are all grayed out, and I have to reopen the game. Excited to keep playing, zeroing and seeing how you and follow. I'm so excited to keep playing and following its development. Gave it 5 stars. Developers love it when you give their game 5 stars, I've realized. Okay, so awesome. We played this game, found a little bug, thought of a cool design suggestion, and I left it to the creator, James. So let's see what's next on our list. So we got Mergy. I want to open Mergy again because last time we weren't able to play it on iOS, the updated version at least. Let me make sure my phone is still up there. Yes, it is. Oh, so I need to update. So let's go to Merge RPG. And I'm new to the idle merge RPG kind of genre, but I've been really digging this. Mergy. So if you type Mergy, it doesn't come up right away. Mergy RPG. It's kind of down the list here. Did I not give it a rating yet? I should give it a 5 stars. It looks like the iOS update hasn't gone through. In my Android version, my Android emulator is kind of buggy, so we'll just play this for a minute in my iOS. If you can see, like, the UI has been really updated. So right here, you can see, like, there's a sword here, but there's a sword in the background that's kind of, you can still see. It's kind of hard to see what's even here. It's like a small size. The UI has totally been updated and it looks amazing now, just so you know. So the way it works, if you haven't played these kind of games before, is you have this treasure chest that over time gives you items, and you can combine them and merge them of the same type in order to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your stats. And so you're moving across this world, defeating all these enemies, and once you get to the very end, so the top is a level progress bar. Once you get to the end, it'll let you play the boss for the level. So let's keep doing this. It's so, like, I'm so addicted to, like, constantly keep upgrading these, and sometimes I play while I work, you know, like these kind of idle games. I love to play them while I'm working on something else. Keeps me distracted once in a while. It's like a little reward as I work or something. So now we got 2 level 4. So once I beat this thing, I'm gonna upgrade my sword. And let's go to the boss. So we're at the boss. This is level 1 again. I had to restart. So I have this amazing sword. I should be able to beat it, and I'm destroying it. So now we're on to level 2. We got a bunch of coins for being the boss. And so you can use the coins to, like, buy these gears that give you temporary boosts and stuff, or permanent ones. More slot for shield. Increase 1 slot to shield inventory. Interesting. So you can increase slots or reduce craft cooldown. Let's try that. Level up. So now we should be able to do this faster, I believe, right? Let's get to the level 6 sword. It's going to be a lot of swords. And so you're kind of incentivized, after you get a really high sword, like, you can make a lot more gains on the lower level shields and stuff like that, so it kind of is a good way to balance. Yeah, I want to get to the next level sword. Let's keep playing until we do that. So we need another level 4 sword. And anyone watching, feel free to share your thoughts on the game. Feel free to play it yourself and let me know what you think. While we're waiting for those treasures to load, let's see what they posted. New hero for Mergy. Oh, so you can choose between different heroes. I really like that you can share your hero on social media. I think that's a smart feature. So level 3, we're getting close. Need another level 2, and I think we got it, right? Yeah, game looks amazing, and I love all the work they're continuing to put into it. I'm so excited to see, like, where it goes. So we got the 2 level 2s, and then we got the level 3s. We got 2 level 4s, and then we got 2 level 5 swords. So let's combine them. And we got a level 6 sword that looks pretty badass, and it's way stronger. And so let's fight the boss. Should probably focus more on shields when I keep playing next. Oh, boss warning coming up. Hey, what's up, Matt, man? Thanks for joining the stream. This is our Monday community stream where I stream for 2 to 3 hours and play all these mobile indie games that people are posting and sharing. I wanted to play Merge RPG a little bit. Whoa, the enemies look a lot more strong in the next level. So yeah, I'm gonna leave off there, but I love this game. I just gave it 5 stars. So now they've added the ability to, I love the UI updates, you can see some of them here. Let me open my profile. Yeah, so look at the UI in this menu alone. They've totally updated it. Everything looks a lot stronger. The round UI buttons around your character look a lot better. They have a share section at the bottom. So yeah, the UI alone, you can see how many improvements that they've made. I love that they're putting a lot of work into this game. I'm gonna say, so glad you keep including these great updates. Played on stream again. Can't wait for iOS update to go through. I'm gonna say just gave 5 stars. Can't wait for iOS to go through. Alright, let's go to the next one. So this is Resist. Is it out yet? Let's check it out. Okay, it's for Android and it's $1, so I'm not going to do that. But if they give me some kind of code or something, I'm down to play it. I wish they posted a video. Maybe I can find one later. So this is a game, I haven't seen this one before. This is called, oh, and actually it's on, oh, it's $1, I forgot, yeah. So this game is called Super Quiz Fighter Manga and Anime. I would play it, but I don't know a single thing about manga or anime, so I'm not even gonna bother. But that's cool that they made a quiz game. Maybe we can at least check it out to see how it works. We got 4 viewers on Twitch. What's up, y'all? Got a few on YouTube. Just so you know, I stream Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. Normally, I'm working on my game and working with other indie developers, but every Monday we do this awesome community stream, and I'm hoping to keep growing it bigger and bigger. Let's close this. Okay. So basically, it's some kind of like fighting game where you're playing this like anime-like monster, and while you're answering questions, it's a cool setup. I can see people who like anime being into this. Yeah. You have got a code for Resist, mate. LOL. Oh! I got a code! This person just let me know. Let's do it! So many games, hard to keep track of. LOL. Okay. So the only problem is I'm using this emulator, so hopefully I can still use this code. Oh god. Unless someone, I just realized someone could do the code before me. Yikes. So let me see if I can do this. Let's go to the Google Play Store. Let's go to Resist. Maybe on the page for Resist we can get it. That's so funny that I was like, oh, I would play it if they gave me a code, and they were like, we already gave you a code. it's pretty funny that they're watching right now. So it's called Resist. Let's open up the Google page. Resist by Shell Shock Studios. I'm not sure why it's not coming up in Google Play for me. Try Resist again. Or maybe I can just type in their company name. Resist. Oh, here it is. I'm wondering if this is going to even let me do the code. It might not. I'd honestly buy it right now, but I don't think I can. Redeem code. Hey, we're on it. We're doing it. We're gonna play Resist. Hopefully it works well in this emulator. I'm still working on getting an actual Android device. Install. We are installing Resist. Let's go. Doing the side menu. Cool. Thanks for the help to the creator of Resist. If the emulator is too slow to run it on, we'll play it once. My Google emulator is slow, but will play again next week with Android device. Okay. Yeah, it's tough to keep track of all these games. So there's Resist. It seems like a cool game. Let's open it. Hopefully it works well. Thank you so much to Shell Shock Studios for giving me this redeem code to play it. Let's see. So it's loading. So once in a while there's a game that doesn't work well. So I just wanted to say, like, if it doesn't work, like, I'm gonna definitely play it at a later date on an Android device. But hopefully it works to a degree, so we can at least check out the gameplay. And give our take on it. So you can play it at the Google Play Store. It's called Resist by Shell Shock Studios. This is what the icon looks like. It's got these pigs. Shell Shock Studios. Resist. Has a really unique art style. So let's play. Loading. I'm really excited for this. So I think you have to like kind of tap in, like, or swipe in the 4 directions as things come at you or something. I think that's what I remember from the video. Don't get busted. Push and resist for as long as you can. Swipe to push. So you're kind of pushing these things away. So you have to wait till they come close enough to you. So it's kind of like a timing thing. I thought you could just do it whenever, but it makes sense. It's supposed to be like about timing. That's more of an interesting challenge. Hey there. Okay, it's been a long time without much happening. Pause, play. Oops. I'm not sure if it's because of the emulator. I don't think so. I could try restarting it. Let's play. This guy's got a mohawk. Got the shield. Is there something I'm supposed to do? Let me ask the creator. I'm so glad that they're with us watching so we can see what's going on. After I beat the first bad guy, not much is happening. So we're gonna see what's going on. It could very well be my emulator, maybe, or maybe there's something I'm supposed to do. I'm not sure where the other pigs have got to. Ha ha ha. Let's replay this. Let's restart. And it could be like the device I'm using it on for sure. Let me replay, and then I'll like restart the whole thing in a second. I'm guessing this won't fix it alone. I like the timing element. Just playing, at least hitting this one pig, I at least know what the gameplay kind of is. Let's close this and restart. Open. But yeah, this is a great like resource for, I think, for indie mobile devs, because like we can play each other's games on our different devices and give each other feedback, but also like point out technical problems. Like the last game, Zeroing, I noticed that if you hit share, then it kind of freezes the game. We've made similar discoveries in Hexstars with certain bugs. So every mobile game I've played, if I've played for long enough, I eventually find these little bugs, and I think that really helps out the creators. You get to see someone play it live. And not only do I play it live, but people watching hopefully play it live as well and give their own feedback and review it in the app stores. This is on the Google Play Store. It's called Resist. Let's try it one more time. It might be that my emulator might cause some kind of problem with it. We'll figure it out though and play it real soon, maybe tomorrow or next week or something. But I could see the timing stuff be really interesting, and I'm wondering if there's like other elements that come into the gameplay space. You know, like if they're all pigs, or if like there's certain things that you don't want to push, or I'm not even sure where the gameplay would go, or maybe it is all these pigs. Yeah, so this isn't working for me now, but we're gonna definitely play it at a later time. I'm really intrigued by this concept. It's also interesting that the top and bottom, there's a lot longer path, so you can see them coming from a farther away. So it's like these sides maybe are more urgent, or maybe they walk slower here, but I kind of like that there's a difference almost. I can see that being interesting. But yeah, so we're gonna stop that for now. And I'm super excited to play this at a later time once it's working. I'm gonna give it 5 stars anyways, because I'm sure it'll be a great experience in the future. Done. And then if they end up figuring out what's wrong during the stream, I can totally open it up again. Now I got it installed. But yeah, let's go back to Facebook in a second. Okay, so zeroing, merge RPG, resist. I skipped the quiz fighter because I don't know anything about anime or manga. Oh, I'm so excited for Ghost Jump. This game, I'm literally already addicted to this game. I haven't even played it. I'm so excited. This is a really great trailer too. Let's look at this trailer. So I thought this was a really well designed trailer. Let me just look at this message I just got. So we'll look into it when we're working. No problem. Super excited to play whenever the problem is resolved. Okay, so that's not good. Again, this community stream is awesome for playtesting these games, getting exposure, even though we're small now. I'm really pumped up to keep this growing in the future. Our mobile dev Facebook group is now at 118 members. I think in 2 weeks we're going to get to 200. And on our Discord, let's actually check into the Discord real fast. We got, what, like 20-ish people, and I think we're going to get a lot more in the coming weeks. I haven't been promoting it as much. It's where I promote the stream, and I show updates for my game, and people give me feedback. So I hope no one feels bad about the bugs I've noticed in their games on the stream, which there have been many of, because I get constant feedback about things in my game not working. That's just the territory we're in. But I saw there was an interesting comment in Discord. This person said, "Hi everyone, I'm an indie mobile dev working on an update for my game currently on the Google Play Store and working on second game when I'm not doing that." Awesome. Would love to see what you are working on. I'm streaming right now, so feel free to suggest that game for me to play. There was something I saw, game development. Oh yeah, so I think this is interesting. So Shootermate 86 is a game made by one of our members, Tiberius, and they just released a trailer for the intro of their game. So I'm curious what you think of it. Let's watch it. And I won't do it with the music. I guess I can. I'll turn on the music. I guess I can. I'll turn on the music. I guess I can. I'll turn on the music. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I've been muted this whole time. I'm so annoyed right now. I hate when I do this to myself. Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
I just need a second to decompress after that.
I'm so annoyed right now. I hate when I do this to myself.
Oh my god. So yeah. I'm just gonna recap quickly. That game, Silly Race.
So
Let's play it one more time. I'm just gonna recap quickly. Now I hear you. That game, Okay, I think we're good now. I think you can hear me once now. That was really silly of me. I'm still getting used to this Twitch streaming thing, you know. It's great to have people like you in the chat that let me know when I'm doing something stupid. God, that's so annoying. So yeah, this is Silly Race. It's available on iOS. It's available on iPhone. But yeah, I think this is a bad mobile game experience because you kind of just walk forward. So here, there's a little bit of choice, but most of the time you're just kind of walking in a straight line. The moment-to-moment engagement is really, really low. You're basically just walking in a straight line the whole way for several seconds, or you're waiting for an obstacle to pass. So now compare that again. Let's play Hex Stars one more time. Equip. Oh, I don't want to equip right now. Okay. So now compare that to the constantly. So I think I fixed the hearing me 2 times. Let me know if I haven't fixed that. If you're still hearing me 2 times, then I have no idea what's even going on. So please let me know if you can. But I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I only hear you 1 time. Thank you so much, Matt, man. Okay, we're good now. But because I just wanted a Fall Guys mobile game. Yay, my fave game. Yeah, so the trick is we all want a Fall Guys mobile game. That makes sense. But the way they translate, so Silly Race directly copied the Fall Guys gameplay. At least they tried to. And it ended up being a really boring mobile experience because you're running in a straight line and you're not able to like look around and make decisions really. You're just running in a straight line. But this Hex Stars, it focuses on that hexagon game mode in Fall Guys, and it only does that because that's the most engaging for mobile gameplay. You're constantly trying to perfect your moment-to-moment decisions. So if you're really good, you can bounce on each tile one by one, so you can stay up longer. And so that's an awesome strategy that makes you engage with the gameplay constantly. Whereas in Silly Race, you're literally running in a straight line for the whole time, and often you're not making any choices. So when we talk about cloning games, we talk about translating games, it's all about translating it with the psychology of mobile gameplay in mind. And often that means changing the gameplay entirely, and it still has that same Fall Guys appeal, you know? So yeah, thank you to, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Sukran in YouTube chat. Thanks for being so active and letting me know. And you mentioned Numbo Jumbo, so I think I was on mute when I talked about this. Let's open up Zeroing again. So Zeroing and Numbo Jumbo, they're pretty closely related. They're both tile-based math games. I'm going to play this again real quickly. This is a strategic game. Although there's a timer, it's mostly a bunch of strategic choices. So you're trying to think through all these calculations. I just messed up. And then you're trying to make it so at the end it's a 0-0. So it's more like a turn-based game, even though there's a timer. But it's really hard. One recommendation I gave was when I swipe 2 numbers together, I want to know what the result is. Is it a minus? Is it a subtraction? Is it an addition thing that they're doing? Because if you add a big to small, it subtracts. If you add a small to big, it adds. I forget the order though, so I would just like to be able to like experiment kind of. Like, oh, like if I do this, oh, that does that. If I do this, oh, it does that. I want to like kind of go through all those options. So I feel like telling me what's going to happen would be a great feature. But now let's compare it again to Numbo Jumbo. So Numbo Jumbo, you're connecting numbers that add together. So 2, 4, 2. 2 plus 4 does not equal 2. But the numbers together, they're an addition family. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So you're basically just trying to add numbers that go together. And if you're smart, you'll go for longer chains that will also delete extra numbers around them. So you get more bang for your buck. and you can also try to like lower it. If you lower it enough, you'll get a bunch cascaded. I don't know if that's good or bad, but whatever. And as you play, the BRB coffee says Matman, BRB, gotta stay caffeinated. And as you play, what's really cool is the numbers get bigger and it gets harder as you play. The progression constantly gets more difficult. So yeah, let's keep playing for a little bit longer and you'll see it get a little harder. Another thing I like about this game is, so in zeroing, math is the forefront. Math is the problem you're constantly trying to solve. But in Numbo Jumbo, math is the background activity. So the math isn't the hard thing. It's easy to swipe numbers and make combinations work. But the tricky thing is doing it fast enough and strategically going for the right numbers in the right columns that are closer to the top or whatever. So yeah, and looking for these big chains if you can. So the math becomes something you're doing in the background in order to achieve another goal, which to me makes it a better educational game in my perspective and in my experience making these kinds of games. Because, oh god, I'm getting close to the top. Because people learning math, they don't want to play a game that feels like a test. 2 plus 3 equals 5, exactly. They don't want to, like most math games, they're literally tests. It's like, what's 2 plus 3 equal? That's the math game that they make. And zeroing does it a little better. So I got a score. So zeroing does it a little better. You know, math is something that they're trying to use to win the game. But in Numbo Jumbo, they're not thinking about the math that much. It's more about pattern recognition. And so you're building these, like, this number sense. 5, 6, 2, 4, 3, helping somebody. That's pretty funny. I'll be back. Cool. We'll see you then, Sukran. But yeah, I kind of went on a little tangent there with educational game design. Thanks for bringing that up, Sukran. So let's keep going down this list. Have you lost audio? LOL. Yeah, thanks. I suck. LOL. Lols. Let me pull it aside, see notifications. Okay, so someone else posted in our group. Let's see what they had to say. Let's put them on blast right now. Have a look at the promotional video for Sudoku Plus. Cool, let's look at this promotional video and see what we think of it. We can see what we think of the game. Sudoku, you know, we kind of know what Sudoku is, but we can definitely analyze the video. Let me unmute it. We can see what we think of the game. Sudoku, you know, we kind of know what Sudoku is, but I just realized if I can't unmute it, so we'll just watch it. Let me watch it again. Sudoku challenge. It's really impressive graphics. Breeze through colors. That's cool. So it's really appealing to fans of Sudoku, regular or irregular. So it's saying, oh, there's extra stuff, not just Sudoku. Enjoy cool animations. So it's got cool visually. It's professional. Till the end of game. So it seems like they're trying to tell you this is the Sudoku experience first. If you're into Sudoku, this is the ultimate experience. It's like the Tetris effect of Sudoku, kind of, it looks like. I always try to subscribe to when people post videos. Really effective trailer. Looks like the ultimate Sudoku experience. I used to play a lot of Sudoku when I was younger. I know a lot of backs is Sakran. Play thick streamers Hexfall. Is that a game on the App Store? Hexfall? Comments. Let's close this. And say, have any fun this weekend, says Matt Man. I saw the movie Tenet. That was my outing. So that was fun. I watched football most of yesterday. I really loved Tenet. Your one. Oh yeah. So you want me to play Hexfall? So Hexfall is it's called Hex Stars actually. Let me show you in the App Store. Sakran. So this is what the game is in the App Store. if you're interested in playing it, Sakran, I'd be really curious what you think of it. It's now in the top 100 for action. So yeah, I thought Tenet. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but I thought it was sick. So that was kind of blew my mind for the weekend. And yeah, I watched football yesterday. How was your weekend, Matt? Man. Saw trailers, no spoilers. Cool, good to know. I will not talk about the movie at all. I was just super impressed by it, and I definitely want to see it again, just because I love rewatching movies, like that. I love Christopher Nolan. Okay. Update it. Can you update it? You're one. Update it. Update what? Update the game, and in what way should it be updated, Sakran? I'm just gonna leave this comment in the Facebook group. Really great trailer. Makes it seem like the ultimate Sudoku experience. I want to play it now. Got into Rogue Company, says Madden PS2. Really fun, free-to-play Valorant-esque game. Let's check it out. Rogue Company. We're watching it on Bing Videos. Is that what it's? Oh wait, what is this? It's Bing, right? Yeah, Bing Videos. So I'm not gonna watch it with the audio because I don't want to make any more mistakes. Let's see some freaking gameplay, guys. Okay, this is a cinematic trailer. This is some guy actually playing it. Made by High Res, which makes Smite, one of my all-time favorite games. Cool. To be honest, I don't really know anything about Valorant or Smite, so I'm really curious what those are like. So it's like a squad-based shooter, it looks like, Rogue Company. I'm curious why you like what you see in Rogue that you love over other shooter games. I'm curious, knowing nothing about it, obviously. It looks awesome. So is it kind of like okay, it's like a 2 teams in this mode at least. Rogue Company. Gameplay satisfying, says Matt Man. Fun with friends, weapon upgrades, and creative players get fun. Creative characters. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I like when these kind of games come with like weapon upgrades, like some kind of progression. Makes sense. Looks fun. The rogues or characters all have different abilities. Keep the gameplay interesting. I love that in shooter games. Like, I loved Team Fortress 2. I know that's not the most hardcore of shooters of this variety, but I really like that ability to have different skill sets. That's one of the reasons why I think Fortnite's kind of boring, is that everyone's got the same abilities, and so there's not really many creative ways to play the game as much or work together. In addition, with Fortnite, like, the game modes often don't really encourage you to actually participate. They don't reward you for doing well, so it seems Fortnite's kind of blah, whereas I could see this being really fun for fans of the genre. Madman says, but the gun shooting gameplay, really satisfying. They nailed it. Interesting. I kind of want to check this out now. Thanks for pointing this game out. It looks cool. Let's go back to the Facebook group. Is it on iOS? Free on Epic Store. Oh, it's free on Epic Store. Cool. I'm gonna check that out. I'm not like a great shooter gamer person, but I like checking those games out still. So this is on Google Play only, I'm pretty sure. So check it out if you're on Google Play. I'm really interested in like the irregular Sudoku where it's no longer grids. It's like kind of messed up. I see when I used to BART to work in San Francisco, I would see people playing Sudoku all the time. That was probably one of the most common games I saw. And as a game designer on the train, I'm always looking at what people are playing, and it might seem kind of like a snoop. Oh, I see a lot of pictures. Mick John, I just got here. Is that indie? Looks great. They might be talking about if you are talking about Rogue Company. It is not indie, I guess you could say, to my knowledge. This Sudoku game is, though, haha. Update it, yes. So what do you want to update about Hex Stars is my question. Road Company not indie, confirms Mattman. Good to know. Yeah, seemed pretty well produced to be an indie game. Sukran says okay. I'm really curious what you mean. You're saying update it? I want to know what you mean by update. So in the meantime, let's keep going down this Facebook page. We played Merging Merge RPG. LOL, yeah, Sudoku is fun too. That's pretty funny. Yeah. But Sudoku is indie, I guess. Okay, I'm not going to play Anime Fighter because I'll just make myself look like a fool. I want to play... Okay, let's analyze this trailer. So I think this was an amazing trailer for showcasing the gameplay of this game. So first off, Ghost Jump. And we see them... So... At the beginning, they're kind of doing these two... Most of the puzzles at the beginning involve like these two colors. They're basically, at the very beginning, just introducing the jumping mechanic. It's for their trailer. It's 50 seconds long. And they're showing the different kinds of features. So they quickly are showing like different sequences where things are moving to show that the game has a lot of room for evolution as you play. I like that. I'm really excited to play this game. And so now it's... Again, showing different kinds of timing challenges. Okay, it shows quickly that has all these usability features. I think that's interesting while still showing off the gameplay. A lot of the gameplay at the beginning shows two colors. Or at least maybe three a little bit. But then at the end, they're really focusing on these three colors more, and so I like that they start off basic and they show the more difficult stuff, and it feels like you're constantly learning new things about the game, which is I think what a trailer should do, because when you play a game you want to feel like it's going to keep getting better. Mattman says tell Sakran to keep his eyes peeled for Hexstars updates. We'll see. So it sounds like they're working on Hexstars updates. Mattman PS2 in the chat makes the game. Okay, not sure what this is. Sakran says hello, where is the fourth person? Where is the fourth person? New map. So Sakran's asking about new maps, hats, skins, etc. So like in the few weeks I've been playing, I've seen a bunch of new skins. I've seen a brand new mode, which is a bomb mode, which is super fun. So yeah, so Mattman says keep your eyes posted because they're working really hard on Hexstars, and so I'm sure you're going to see an update soon. I don't think the update was even that long ago recently. Yeah, so they... For example, where is... Give me a second, I need to reconnect my iPhone. Sakran says, yay! I think they just put at least one new skin in the game a few days ago, too. Because if you see on the App Store, if you search for Hexstars... there's a new version 3 days ago that they made some improvements and optimizations and a new skin. So this was just a minor update, I'm guessing. I really like the bomb mode they put in. Have you played the bomb mode, Sakran? It's pretty fun. You're trying to like avoid being tagged and stuff. But yeah, I really love the jetpack power up too. That allows you to like float and stuff. That's like a relatively new addition, as a relatively new feature as well. Mattman says, I think boxing helmet hat was the newest. Okay, so they're saying the newest skin was the boxing helmet and hats. Which I'm guessing, oh, it's like a limited time offer that's locked. This gold one is pretty new, but I don't have enough coins to get it yet. My favorite is the underwear. Underwear and a crown is a good combination. Oh, look, here's the boxing hat right here you can get for free. That's like the newest skin. I think I like the sack and underwear look, though, personally. Hey, McJohn, are you happy for update? Yeah, I just want to say, hey, McJohn, thanks for joining us again. I can't remember off the top of my head which game you make. Is it shoot? Nah. McJohn. Let me look on the side. There's so many people I've been talking to and so many games I've been playing, it's hard to keep them all in my head. Oh wow, I just saw you left me a long message that I haven't responded to yet. Oh yeah, you make the Buzzspoons game. They suggested this game. So, no worries, I am horrible with names, lol. Me too. I'm bad with names and binary decisions. So for example, there's two cabinets in my kitchen, and I can never remember which one has the plates and which one has the glasses. I will always choose wrong, which is insane to me that I never learned. Sack and underwear is a vibe, says Snapman. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you can judge a lot. You can tell a lot about a person by their skin and hat that they choose and hex stars. So yeah. So 1 second. So McJohn in the YouTube chat makes this game called Spoon Buzz. Let me open it up on the App Store. I want to keep making sure I've given these ratings to these games too. So it's called Spoons Buzz. So it's kind of like a take on the game Spoons. I've played it in the past streams before, and I have not given it 5 stars yet. I want to give it 5 stars. I hope you will as well. The idea about this game, though, is it's not an active game, which I love. Oh, 1 second. So basically, you're constantly in this game of spoons, and these are the other players I'm competing with. What you do, Mattman says Spoons Buzz is really unique. So Mattman PS2 is a really impressive indie mobile game developer, and so the fact that you think this is really unique, I think, says a lot. McJohn says still working on the update for Spoons Buzz. Hopefully more fun to come soon. Sweet. I'm so excited about this game, and I see so much potential in what you're doing. So the way it works is, you know how Spoons works, is like everyone's got these cards, and you're trying to make a certain pair. And then once you do, then everyone tries to grab spoons as fast as possible. The way this mobile game works is you download it, you open it up, and then to play it, you close it, which is pretty atypical for a mobile game. And then throughout the day, your phone will buzz and tell you there's a spoon available. And out of all the people you're playing against, the first person to open up the app gets the gold spoon, and then the next person gets the silver spoon. And so you're basically competing with these real people, and you're engaged with this game even though you're not always playing it. So it's like a cool active live experience that doesn't require you to constantly be looking at your phone screen. So I love these kind of passive games for when I'm like working or doing other stuff. It's great to kind of break up the monotony, knowing I'm in some kind of experience, and you can like gain new costumes and cosmetics. I think this is me. You gain new cosmetics and stuff by doing well in the game. Oh, maybe not. So I think this is super cool. I agree with you, Mattman. Spoons Buzz is really unique. So excited for an update. Sakran says, hello, please help me. I'm underwater. Okay. But yeah, so Spoons Buzz, check it out. Made by McJohn in our YouTube chat. How the game works. So let me explain it really clearly. So you download the game. So I recommend you go to the App Store and download Spoons Buzz, because this is one of the most unique mobile gameplay experiences you will find. Kessel says I've sent you on Discord private. Cool, I'll check it out in a second. So the way it works is, thanks, says McJohn, no problem. Thanks for making such an awesome game and expanding the medium we're working with. So the way it works is, it's a game that you're not actively playing. You download the game, you open it up, and then you close it. And then probably in the stream, the game's going to give me a notification. So randomly the phone will buzz and say, hey, there's a spoon ready for taking. And then you have to open it as fast as possible. So maybe you're driving and then you look at your phone later and you're like, oh, I missed a spoon. Or maybe you have to be on your phone when you see the spoon buzz, click click it right away, and the goal is to get that spoon as fast as possible to beat your competitors, and that's how you rank up and get these new skins and everything like that. So I'm just like, I love this game. Definitely play it. It's called Spoons Buzz. I give it 5 stars. Oh, see, so grab it for someone else. You see this notification? Spoon is ready. This is perfect timing. And so I tap the screen, and it's going to tell me what spoon I got. Sweet, so I got the gold spoon. That gives me 5 coins and a couple mystery things to open that have collectible items. And so that's how you win the game. So I won that match. This is perfect timing that it alerted me right there. So I got first. I did it in 8.7 seconds. And then I think on the screen, the other players will pop up once they get their spoons as well. So then we're back here. So I have these bags now. So when you collect spoons, you get these bags that have unlockable items. So, I got this hairstyle, and then I got like 14 of these things saved up. I got a clown, and so you can like try to make yourself look cooler and cooler. Equip. What is this? Oh, it's a curly hair. Coins. You're also getting these coins. So yeah, super fun game. Really recommend it. So perfect that it alerted me of the spoon right there. Mattman says real multiplayer. So McJohn would have to answer this, but I'm pretty sure it's a real multiplayer game. I think you're playing real people and actually competing to get the first spoon, which is super cool. McJohn would have to confirm that, but from the conversations I've had with McJohn, I'm pretty sure that's how it works, that it's real. I know many of these mobile games, they fake multiplayer to a degree, which is fine, but I think Spoons Buzz does real multiplayer. But yeah, so they actually recommended this game to me. I think it's on App Store and Google Play. It's called Blue Swirl, so I want to check it out. I'm gonna get it now. Immerse yourself in the swirl. Sakran, 5 cards. Okay, it's downloading. Interesting. So let's see. A refreshing endless swimmer. Oh, an endless swimmer. Interesting. Explore the depths of the ocean. Collect species, test your reflexes, compete with your friends. I'm curious what this game is like. Yes, okay, so McJohn says yes. There are bots that fill. Okay, so Mattman, this is a good answer for you. McJohn says yes, there are bots that fill, but as long as there are people to play with, you will be matched up with them, and friends will be matched up automatically too. So it is real multiplayer. They use bots if they need to. But it's real multiplayer if there are people actively playing, and friends will be matched up automatically too. So I think going for the social experience of, because there's some game, I think it's called like Spoon Assassin or something like that, where I played it in college, where everyone gets a plastic spoon and everyone also gets one target, and so all day you have to be holding your spoon and you're trying to catch your target without their spoon, while someone is trying to catch you without your spoon. So it's like this fun, like social game that everyone's kind of playing low key, and this reminds me of that. This Spoons Buzz game, like the fact that you can play with your friends, and for example, people play like Words with Friends, etc. But you have to constantly wait on their every move, and you can't play in like a group of people. Whereas this Spoons Buzz game, I could see this being a really fun social game to play. Yeah, so super cool. So Blue Swirl is downloaded. Let's check it out. I'm still pissed off at myself for streaming for like 5 minutes without any audio. I keep doing that. Don't allow notifications for now. Terms and privacy. I'm at least 16. I have read and accepted. That really fast, that reminds me, I'm going to turn off my notifications so I don't get a bunch of things interrupting me. Cool. So this is blue swirl. Let's play it. Tap to play. Stage 1. So I'm moving around. Oh god. This is really fun gameplay so far. So you're trying to avoid these obstacles. They're basic at the beginning. I like that you can position your finger anywhere and move so your thumb doesn't have to block the way. You can make quick movements or like move slowly. So I've been going slowly to be safe. But if you have to like do a random dodge, okay, this is a coin. Collect them to buy fish and power-ups. Seems like a really awesome tutorial. And it really puts me in a position to get these coins. Oh god, oh god. So these coins are important. Oh no, okay. Oh god, this is tough. These coins are important. They give you risk versus reward decisions that make the gameplay more interesting. Oh yeah, we're getting these coins. Oh no, I was pretty far in the level. So you can do a free revive. Rewards. You get 3 coins, you can double them. I leveled up, I got a new fish, let's use it. So you can upgrade these fish as you keep going. Mattman says, pretty sure I've used the same fish pack they used in Hook 'em All. That's hilarious. McJohn says, I don't know the game devs who made this, but I really enjoy it every once in a while. Cool, yeah, thanks for the suggestion. I always love looking for these kinds of games. So Kron says, shoots, guys, come on, no. I'm guessing you're reacting to me playing the game. Yeah, this is interesting. I like that it's like a long-term experience. It right from the start, it shows that there's long-term value. It's not just about gameplay. Like, you're trying to collect these coins and you're upgrading stuff. So I feel like it's doing a really good job of that, of hooking me. No pun intended. It's funny that Mattman used the same fish pack for their game. That's hilarious. Let's replay. Let's play one more time. This shield power-up. So another thing, another common piece of feedback I give to our mobile indie games is every level, every step of your game, players should feel like they are making progress or learning something new. Especially, they should really feel like they're learning something new. So, second time I'm playing this game, right off the bat, it's saying, spoon guns, says Sakron. So right off the bat, it's telling me there's this new feature here. So this is a shield power up, and let's play it. So it actually gives me like a +1. So this might not change the gameplay much, but it's still something new that's happening in the game. So that's good. I get like an extra life from this. Oh, I missed the coin. I think that this game does a good job of balancing chance versus skill. There's an obvious skill in trying to navigate, but the obstacles are pretty chancy, the way they move around. There's a skill in the sense that you can move quickly or move slowly. There's like some strategy there that depends on the obstacles. Got to stage 2 much faster all of a sudden. That's cool. Oh wow. So I think the gameplay plays really well. It's really smooth. I feel like I have total agency. I don't feel like the game is screwing me over, that it's out of my control or something. But there's still chanciness that makes me want to keep playing again and again, so I get that perfect playthrough. And I feel like I can keep getting better each time. Oh no, I messed up. Oh, but I have that one up, so it kind of rewound me a little bit, and now I know what's coming up. Oh, I just died right after that, before stage 3. Kessel says, we thinking about delaying the game to Q2. Okay, interesting. Makes sense. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes these delays, they end up being good in the long run because you get more time to work on the game. McJohn says, LOL, I will have to keep it in mind. Smiley face. Nice. Scron got these nice emojis. So I'm gonna take these coins. There's this book that's sparkling. What's this? So there's quests in the game. So I just finished one. Let's claim it. You get a bunch of coins for that, so that's really incentivizing. 15 coins is a lot, it seems like. There's treasure chests. Interesting. So I like these quests that keep you engaged day to day. That seems like a smart way to instill this habit of playing this game in you. I could see myself playing this once in a while as well. So there's a wheel here. So this is a great, again, day-to-day feature to get you to keep checking in, so you maximize your rewards from this wheel. It looks like there's like some really special rewards here too. So you definitely I like that it's mostly coins and stuff, but there's like a really premium reward on that wheel. So that's really incentivizing for players into this game to keep checking back into it. So I'm gonna receive. Okay, I kind of want to play one more time, but maybe we'll come back to it later. It seems like a really well fleshed out mobile game experience. Thank you so much for McJohn for recommending it. I want to dive deeper into this. No pun intended. I like that wheel, says Madman. Yeah, that seemed like a really good executed feature. The way it looks and everything, too. Sakran says, De se mis gans. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for chatting with us, Sakran. Let's keep going down. Tapping Simulator. Is that a game, Sakran, that you want me to play? Try my Hook-em-all. Yeah, I'm curious about that, too, with what you said about the fish. So I'm going to search for Hook-em-all. Make sure to check out Blue Swirl. Did I give it 5 stars? I'm going to give it 5 stars. Cool. So Hook-em-all. Actually, I might have it downloaded already. Yeah, I do. So this is Hook-em-all. You should check it out. So the same person that made Hex Stars also made this game called Hook-em-all. And we're going to check out these fish. I'm going to give this 5 stars. Oh, I had to delete it. I had to delete a bunch of apps to make room. Because I have like a billion games on my phone now because of these groups and stuff. Okay, I also have every match 3 known to man downloaded on my phone. It's pretty funny. Madman, RP, my app got cut. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't even know it was yours. I was just deleting stuff. I was like, oh god, because I also use this camera to film. And so I record like 20-minute videos of me, so I just need to like constantly be deleting stuff basically. Okay. So let's pick I like that you get to pick a place on the pond to choose where you want to put your hook in. I like that for some reason. McJohn says, flushed out LOL dive hook. It is like you have a script, LOL. I'm just so clever like that. Sakran says, no, how game work? Are you asking how the spoons game works, Sakran? So I'm gonna tap it there. I got it next to the fish. I'm guessing I gotta pull it, right? So I didn't have it hooked yet. So let me try again. Nice. So I'm waiting for it to get on. So I think it'll tell me once it's really bitten. Tap to hook. Oh, I missed it. So maybe I didn't tap fast enough. I really like that you can like move around and pick different places to fish. That's really cool to me. I'm guessing this island like gets upgraded as you get more fish. I think that's cool if that's actually how it works. Okay, I'm ready. I missed. What the? You have like a little tent that you're upgrading, I think. Oh, cool. I like that. This is cool. I like this setup for a mobile game experience. Like, I could see it having a strong sense of progression. So if you give it a second, these fish will come back. Nice. So I'm going to try to tap. Do I have to keep tapping? Oh, I have to tap at the right time. Nice. Look at that. That's like a bass, right? Amur. Large amur. New fish. You get coins for selling it. 1 star. Yeah, I can see this can have a real strong sense of progression. Okay, so you're tapping too quick on the last one after tap. Okay, cool. Yeah, figure that out. So even without like knowing it exactly, I was still able to figure out something that's a great gameplay system that it worked out. Yeah, totally. Sukran says, no, how game work? Can you play run? LOL, no. Let me look at this game that they're mentioning. Run Rally? I think you spelled it wrong. Run Rolali? Let me know what the game's called. Is it Run Race 3D? Is that what you're talking about? Let me catch another fish. So I'm guessing you kind of want to be closer or maybe far away. I'm not sure. So let's... Oh, perfect. I like that you can get it perfect. Tap to hook, and we're gonna get it the perfect time. Perfect. So we got a perfect one. Run Royale probably, says Matt Man. Gotcha. Cool. So I like that. Like if you get it perfectly, you can like increase your success and the number of stars, and I guess you can get more money for this. Large Midnight Cobia, new fish. So yeah, it's Run Royale 3D. Cool. Yeah, so I think this game is sick. I could see the progression being really strong, like, and you can like update your tent and stuff. 20 coins an hour offline, so you can get coins. So it can be like an idle game where you can get coins while you're away. That's cool. You unlock a fishing pole to fish in ocean. Gotcha. Interesting. I dig this. Do you get to like customize the island at all? I think that would be cool. Collect fish to construct building. This is cool. I dig this game. I like the setup a lot. Unlocks ocean fishing, so you can unlock new areas of fishing which give you new fish, idle income. Yeah, cool. New fishing poles. I dig this a lot. Perfect. It's fun to go for those like perfect shots. Oh, I messed it up. I told you I loved it. It was my little baby. Yeah, I can see why. I would, if I made this, I would be like, oh, this is my baby too. How did it do? Nice. So it didn't get perfect. So that kind of adds some replayability to it. The fact that you can try to go for these perfect casts. Colossal Midnight Cobia. Sell. Sweet. Yeah, I dig this. It didn't do well. That's so interesting. Should definitely check out this game. I'm curious what other people out there think of this game. Hook 'em all. Let me know. Let us know in the comments or in the chat if you play this game. I feel like I keep giving these games 5 stars and they keep going away. But yeah, I dig this game. I'm gonna keep playing it and see how the progression kind of works out. It's interesting. So you said Run Royale. It's please play Run Royale 3D. Let's do it, Sakran. Thank you for being so active in our chat. Run Royale 3D. Let me know if this isn't the right one. I actually have this game on my phone. I thought it was a little better than Silly Race. Let's see what we think of the gameplay moment to moment. I'm guessing, were you involved in the making of this? I'm guessing not, right? Developed by Supersonic Studios. Interesting. Got a lot of games. Emoji puzzle. Okay. Oh no. So let me know. This is Run Royale 3D. Let me know what the name of the game is, if it's something else. That's the only one I see that's called Run Royale. Looks like Animal Crossing fishing, says McJohn, which sounds fun, but not really my speed of game. Yeah, I could see it not appealing to everyone. But obviously some people are really into that Animal Crossing collection, fishing, progression thing. Yeah, I wasn't totally into that, but I think it's interesting as a mobile game experience. But yeah, I think I agree with that feedback. Thanks for sharing that, McJohn. Emoji puzzle, what's that? Oh, yeah. So I saw emoji puzzle. In any kind of emoji puzzle game I see, I always have to click on it because I'm like, are they doing the same thing I'm doing, or anything that I can learn from? But theirs is, I've seen a lot of games like this where they like connect the emojis together, or you have to see what an emoji does. For sure, and looks really well done, says McJohn. Bad game, whose fall? Not sure what that means, Sakran. I'm gonna keep going through. Let's keep going through this Facebook. I keep seeing the same anime quiz game. Yeah, so watch this Ghost Jump. I'm gonna play the hell out of this game when it comes out. So there's this game, Atom Blitz. I forget if the game is out or not. Let me look. Atom Blitz. Maybe it's only on Android too. Let me search for it. So we got our Android emulator open too. And if any creator ever wants to suggest games for me to play, as I've already done, just let me know. I'm down to just keep playing games and trying them out. Again, there's so many games to keep track of. Like, I know I've seen this Adam Blitz game before. I forget if it's out or not. It might not be out. Cool. But I love these kind of shoot 'em up games. Oh yeah, actually I gave feedback for this. So look at this. So they were looking for feedback. Another great reason to use this Facebook group we have. They were looking for feedback on, occasionally there's a giant laser that comes across and destroys everything in its path. And they were asking about the effects. They said, we're back for another update. We've added VFX, visual effects for the laser, and a warning indicator for an out of vision attack. So let's see that happen. So this is a normal gameplay. You're moving around and shooting. There's aliens and stuff. Some asteroids are faster than others. Occasionally this thing will flash right here, and that will let you know, watch out, because there's a laser beam. So my feedback for that was, you're focused on your spaceship and the asteroids around it. You're probably not going to see this thing on the side of the screen, at least not every time. So my suggestion was, instead of just this indicator, the laser itself, the outline should flash on the screen. So even if the player's looking over here, they can still see, oh, I'm in the danger area, I should get out of the way. So that sets up, I think, that makes it so players don't feel like they're losing unfairly. It makes it so they definitely know when they're about to get attacked. And by seeing the outline, you also know exactly how you can avoid it. So maybe you can make some tight moves, and you can still be close to there if you want to shoot stuff in that area, but you can just barely avoid it instead of just ducking out of the way because you don't know exactly where it's going to be. So that was my feedback there, but this game is looking really cool. I'm super excited to play it. I love games like that. I love shoot 'em up games. Xtoff asked about mailing lists for mobile games. I'm not sure if any of you have experience with that, but I thought that was an interesting question that they posed. I'm really excited for this game too. I like that Tintin called the attack "Not Today's Satan," and so like you're playing this like combat game, and occasionally once you're overburdened by the enemies, you do the special move that clears everything on the screen. This is a common trope in video games. It's like the big release. I think that's important for games, and I like the way they implemented it. This game looks amazing. Can't wait for it to come out. Oh, this game literally blows my mind. Look at this. So when I saw them post this in another group, I was like, you have to join our group. This game looks amazing. They've been working on it for a long time, and I'm super excited for it to come out. I love the art style. I love that it's like tapping into this shooter genre without, but it's still like a great mobile game experience. It's like a rails shooter kind of, but I think it has to do a lot with like rhythm and timing and stuff. So I just thought this is such a cool concept for a game. It looks amazing. I love this like the really strong like graphics. Yeah, I think it's a great take on the Infinite Runner that packs a lot of action skill into it. So yeah, super excited for this game. Super excited to see what the progression system is like and everything around that. But the core gameplay looks like it's off the hook so far. So super impressed by who made this. Chucks, I guess is how you say it. I'm super impressed by this game. This person's working on this is I thought was interesting. I love games, indie mobile games too, where I love games that combine multiple different gameplay systems and somehow integrate them into a game experience. I'm really obsessed actually with this idea. So let me show you what really got me into this space. So there's this game called Lenny's Music Tunes that I played in like 96, 97 when I was still a youngin', and it is a game that's comprised of other smaller games or other smaller experiences that are very different mechanically, but they are used together to create this experience that's greater than the individual games themselves. So it's about this penguin who's like a musician, I guess, living in an apartment in New York City. So this is how the game starts. Oops. Okay, so this is the apartment. So there's lots of little activities. You can feed the fish. You can eat sushi. You can call and order stuff. You can watch TV. You can go outside and look at the traffic and mess with those street lights and stuff like that. Turn off the lights. Talk to the parrot. There's all these little things. But there's also these core games. So this is a matching game that's pretty basic. Again, keep in mind this game was made for children. So there's this card matching game. This is the most fun game. It is like a... Let's watch it. So there's a matching game where you pick cards that match together. Then there's this game where these planes will come on the screen and they'll show a certain piano musical note. So we'll see. So so right there it says, hold on, let's wait for another one. It says A on the screen. So you have to hit the A key on the piano. So it's like a missile command kind of game where these enemies are shooting these buildings, and you're trying to hit the right piano key in order to hit them. And as the game progresses through the levels, it gets harder and harder and harder the way the piano keys work. Like maybe they don't show you the letter, maybe eventually they just show you the note, or maybe there's like they start to show certain flats kind of, and so it's like such a weird game. It's so unique as a gameplay thing. I played it a lot, and so as you go on, it gets harder. Blah blah blah. I was so into this game. But then, there's another one where it's like more of like a puzzle kind of game where you're trying to fill the pieces of this puzzle together. And there's like a monster. If you make mistakes, the monster climbs up towards these birds and they'll eat the birds or the cat or whatever it was. And so basically, to sum it up, all of these little gameplay experiences, totally different gameplay shells, but they have this unique theme of music and simulation in a way, and they combine to create this really cool experience that's just really unique. You know, it has this crazy character, and so and there's lots of like features where you can like customize and express yourself creatively. Like this, for example, isn't even a game. You're making like a music video, and so that has all these really different activities that comprise to make this great experience altogether. So long story short, this is why I thought this game was interesting. I love games that pursue, because normally in games you expect games to take one gameplay system, one mechanic, and then pursue it through to the end. But I like games that turn that on its head. Like, it's not about one gameplay system for 100 hours in a row. Like, we got all these different experiences, and that's just a totally different experience that I think games could explore more. McJohn says, does look great. I don't know if that was about this one or the Hook 'em All. Play Among Us, please. Please play Among Us. I'm not going to play Among Us now, but we could do like a... Madman I know plays Among Us as well. We could do some kind of like... As we grow the community, it'd be cool to like do like community games or stuff like that, you know? Like we could all play Among Us or something. I thought this was a funny video. I like that they're working on their game, Caffeinated Dragonware. It's like about a character that won't leave the screen, that won't leave the stage, and I like that they're kind of creating like little meme things. Like I saw on Twitter they shared one where it said like 2020, and I was kind of creating memes out of it. I think that's a smart way to market and show your progress on your game at the same time. You should check out Caffeinated Dragonware on YouTube, because they just released a great devlog where they're talking about the games they're making and the concepts for games they want to make. And it's really funny, and it's animated too, and so I thought it was a great video. You should check them out on YouTube. Let's keep going down. Collab. Hi, give Pep 5 collab. We played Mergy. I'm not sure if this game is playable yet. Looks like it's still under development. Looks cool though. But yeah, I think that's most of what's on the Facebook group today. Let's keep scrolling a little further down. Anyone feel free to suggest games for me to play. I'm not going to play Among Us. I'd like to focus on like the mobile indie games, but if there's a game you think we can learn from that isn't as well known, I'm trying to play that too. This game looks amazing. it seems like a lot of indie developers are into making these kind of artsy platformers. Like I played Hypey before. I think that's interesting. I don't like games where like you has the arrows on screen and you're hitting them, because when I play, I'm always like missing the buttons and it's constantly frustrating me. I like games like platformers where they make it like a mobile touch control kind of game. Let me just show you Hypey really fast. So there's this game. Have to open up my phone again. 1 second. All right. So there's this game called Hypey. This is how you spell it. So I think I prefer platformers like this. Let's see. I give it 5 stars. Open. So the way this works is you play with one finger. This is the introduction sequence. Do you know a YouTuber called? So the way it works is, let me just play the first level first. And I'm not going to play it for too long because I've played it in the past, but just to compare it to this other platformer, the way it works is if you hit the left side of the screen, anywhere on the left side, you sit. And on the right side, anywhere, you jump. And your character is constantly moving. So without touching anything, the player is constantly moving. And you're trying to get the key, but you also want to get all the collectibles in the levels as well. So I'm going to hit the right side to jump and get all the coins. And so it's like a puzzle platformer, but the main thing is the controls are designed for mobile really well. And so let's go to the most recent level I unlocked. Okay, this is tough. And so it's kind of like a puzzle game as well, because you're trying to like, get all this stuff. I want to get that red gem as well. Ah, I messed up. And so we gotta watch an ad when we lose, but if you win, you don't see the ads. So let's play again. I'm just gonna get the key. I'm gonna be less, and you can also double jump. I'm not sure how to get up there. Do I just have to double jump, I guess? Oh, got it. So you're trying to get to the end with all the pieces, and it's not like, if I had to use arrows and stuff, it wouldn't be that fun. It would just be kind of annoying. Like a platformer like that could be more easily played on a console or PC. So I love their approach to platformers, Hypey. I really recommend checking this game out. So yeah, that's my only feedback about this game. It looks freaking beautiful though and really fun, but I just have trouble with these buttons. I feel like this control system is, when you make mobile games, you can't just make any game you want, you know? Like, it has to be for mobile. The same way when you make a console game, you wouldn't make a one-touch kind of game most likely. So just something to think about when we make these kinds of games. But obviously certain people love platformers like this and would love to play it on mobile phones on the go, so there's still a market for it. Thought this was an interesting take on the Match 3 puzzle game. I've seen stuff like this as well. I think King has some games like this where it's like a Match 3, but you can spin, so it's kind of like a 3D experience as well. Like, I think that's an interesting take on the puzzle genre. Oh, is it? I think I saw this suggested to me. MS Live. Video streaming and social network connected users. Okay, it's not a game, it seems like. Oh, it kind of is a game. I'm confused. So there's mini games, but it's more based around the social networking thing. Is that the new Tinder, says Mattman? Maybe. It combines video streaming and I guess you can play these mini games as well. I wonder if you can play them with other people. I kind of don't want to play this on the stream because I don't want to like be talking to people. Like, I don't want. It's like I wouldn't browse Tinder on stream, you know. But I think it's an interesting space for sure. Like, I think game developers could totally pursue the social networking kind of stuff more, the dating stuff more. I know that takes a lot of infrastructure sometime. No Tinder on stream sounds fun. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny, like talking to girls on Tinder as like a group? That could be a fun game in itself, you know? I've thought, like, I've never done this, but it'd be fun to download Tinder and portray a character just to humor myself. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a sick person, so that sounds like a fun activity to me, but I'm not sure if many people would be down for that. Yeah. So Luis makes some really interesting gameplay systems. He's made them before that I thought were really interesting. I'm really excited to like have Luis like really pursue and dive deeper into the gameplay. This is like a memory-based game, but their other game was more a timing-based game. I thought that was super cool. This is the devlog we watched previously on the stream. So you should go to Mobile Game Dev, scroll down, and Stanley Orr posted this. This is a great devlog video. I think I learned a lot from watching it about how I myself could make these devlogs. I couldn't do it as well as them because they put a lot of effort and skill into it. I thought it was really impressive. It was really funny. There were animated sequences. There were lots of jokey moments, but it was also really informative and great to see their behind the scenes of how they make ideas and how they pursue their ideas or how they evaluate their moves in the game development world. So super great devlog. You should subscribe to them on YouTube. They're going to blow up. You heard it here first. But yeah, now we're kind of to the older stuff. So anyone watching, let me know if you got a game for me to play. Let me push this to the side real fast. Yeah. One sec. So I said this is the Mergy game. I played it at the beginning, so you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. They responded to me. Where can I find the stream? Did you check the leaderboard? Not yet. Where can I watch your stream? I'm currently testing this release with 2 heroes before releasing to Android. Then I'll add 8 more heroes with cool features for iOS. I'm stuck with in Apple reviews. I've asked for an expedited review, which has been accepted. Hope the app update will be approved soon. iOS is 5 released late. And I'm gonna say cool, makes sense. I stream on Twitch/YouTube. Check the announcement, the most recent announcement on this group for links. Should probably inform devs like yourself beforehand. LOL. Checking leaderboard now. So really fast. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, Mattman, to play Emoji Pop. And then maybe that's how we'll close the stream. I want this stream to be like a couple hours. Dev Yeti gives me thumbs up. Is Dev Yeti Nicholas Guy from Facebook, or is this a new challenger approaching our Twitch stream? But yeah, I'm gonna play Emoji Pop. I'm gonna end the stream with Emoji Pop in a few minutes. I don't want this to be more than a couple hour stream on Monday because I want it to be tight enough for people to watch, kind of. Instead of like some kind of 6-hour behemoth. Nah, it's Arkany. Cool, what's up, Arkany? This is another member of our Facebook. You might be on Facebook, but I think I know you from our Discord. Yeah, feel free to suggest any games, Arkany, for me to play or anything like that. I'm always losing track of whose games are whose, etc. because I've been playing so many freaking mobile games recently. So it's hard to keep track of. So if anyone wants to let me know for me to play their game, please let me know. I wanted to go for Emoji Pop. It's perfect, Winky Face. Okay, let's check out Emoji Pop, and then we'll look at the leaderboards for. Actually, let me look at Merge first, and then we'll go to to Emoji Pop. I'm glad you think it's perfect, because it is. And if you didn't think it's perfect, we'd have a problem. Just kidding. Goals for this week with Emoji Pop? Great question. Let me just check out the leaderboards here, and then we'll get into that. Great question. So the leaderboard link actually isn't working on iOS, but I know they sent me a link, so we'll look at that afterwards. Actually, let's play Emoji Pop. Gonna leave this running in the background, I guess. Let me see, where did they post the leaderboards? Actually, I think they messaged it to me. One sec. Yes. Here it is. So really fast, I just want to show you one cool thing about Merge RPG that we could probably learn from is that they've just implemented a leaderboard. So in addition to progressing through the game and ranking up, etc., it also comes with this online leaderboard where everyone who plays the game is listed and with their name, and you can see their score, and you can sort by score. So KST is destroying the competition at level 129, 5676. So I think that there's more indie mobile games that I've played of all y'all's that could maybe do something like this. Maybe most players wouldn't be interested in this external leaderboard that they're competing over, but the most engaged players will be, and it gives them like this meta reason to keep growing so they can stay at the top of this leaderboard and stuff. So I think this is great for also fostering a community, and there's probably more ways that they could foster this community through this leaderboard and stuff like that. So I thought this was an interesting direction to go with this Idle RPG. Like, seems like a great idea to feature players on this leaderboard and give them like extra stuff to do after they've made it so far, you know? It's crazy, there's 130 levels in the game. That's insane. That's a lot of content. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that running. Let's play Emoji Pop by popular request. So this is the current live version of Emoji Pop, not the version we're working on. So this week we are continuing to improve the UI for the game. Dev Yeti says, I was thinking about something like this for my game, but more into the game. Where did I put the link to that? Interesting. So Arcany, Dev Yeti, and Twitch says, I was thinking about something like this for my game, but more into the game. I mean, did you play World of Warcraft / Vanilla? No, I have not played World of Warcraft. I didn't realize they had a leaderboard or anything. I think that's interesting to pursue that. Something like this leaderboard. Gotcha. I think that's cool that you were thinking about this for your game. Can you remind me what your game is? I could open up Discord. I can't keep track. Okay, here's the beta link if you want to try it out. Sweet. I might not be able to play the Google version. I have to go through my emulator right now to play the Google game, so I might not be able to, because it looks like this is a Idle Way. Is it listed on Google Play? Idle Way. So this is Dev Yeti. I'll send it later, don't mind. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'm totally down to play on stream too. Just let me know when I can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not listed on Google Play yet. This is a beta link. Oh yeah, I remember you working on this game. Google Play's search feature is so bad. I know, right? I'm like, I can't even type I can't search for company names because sometimes the names are all the same. Like, and they just, I don't know. And there's a bunch of random games before the game I actually search for at the bottom. Like, it's crazy. Idle Way early access. So I thought this was interesting. So I remember giving feedback on this. Okay, keep running. So it's like an endless runner. But you're harvesting resources along the way and upgrading. So I think this is really interesting. It's like an idle, endless runner kind of game, I'm pretty sure. I think that is super cool. I love when people fuse different genres together or reimagine them in different ways. I think that always has a lot of potential. That is interesting. I'm super excited to play this. Idle Way, early access. And yeah, I don't think I can find it in the Google Play. Let me know if I can and I'll try to play it. In the meantime, I'm going to play Emoji Pop for now, but super excited to play this. Thanks for joining the chat, Dev Yeti / Arcany. It's good to think now I can put your game to your name a little better. So yeah, this is Emoji Pop. This is the game I'm working on. This is what I'll work on Tuesday through Friday. starting at 10 a.m. throughout the day, throughout the afternoon, a lot longer than today's stream. I work on the game, and then if anyone joins the chat and wants me to play games or get feedback or give updates, I always do that as well. So the way this works is it's a bubble shooter game. So you've probably seen Panda Pop or Bubble Witch on the App Store. There's also Bubble Island and Bubble Shooter. There's a bunch of games like it. And I think this is the greatest bubble shooter to ever exist. And it's available right now online, not in any App Store while I'm developing it. And then eventually I'm going to release it in the App Store, and I'm going to kick those other bubble shooters' asses. So the way it works is you click this rectangle and you can aim. Or you can play on your phone, on your web browser on your phone, and then you release your finger to shoot. So I just popped those soap bubbles there, but most of the time you're making these colored matches. And then sometimes you can swap. So if you want to shoot with the yellow instead, you can strategize and do that. I'm going to hit these soaps again. And then scattered throughout the level are these stars. So by hitting a star, it opens it up. And stars are mini levels. So in most bubble shooters, it takes place level to level to level. And that means if you ever get stuck on level 1049, that means you're not getting to level 1050 until you win. You're not getting any new content in the game for weeks until you beat this really difficult level. That's how game companies pinch you and get you to spend money. But by bubble shooters using this, not only is it unfriendly to players a bit, but it also makes it so the developers can't pursue skill at all. So most companies that make these kinds of games, the companies that I've worked at in the past, they totally remove skill as much as they can, but skill is inherent in the game, so it just creates this cluster mess. So what I've done is I've made it so that you never get stuck. You can keep playing these endless levels and keep climbing them, and then once you get to the next world, you unlock new obstacles. But instead of like pinching on levels, so this is a level, I'm going to play it. If I were to lose this level, the level simply vanishes, and then I can keep playing as normal. So my point is, I want to make a more friendly bubble shooter mobile casual puzzle game that doesn't punish players or freeze them. Instead, they're allowed to keep playing even if they can't beat these harder challenges. And but if you can beat these harder challenges, the game rewards you, and you get to make a lot more progress a lot faster. So it's rewarding you instead of punishing you is the idea. So let's play this level real fast. So basically, the whole strategy is to get to the top as fast as possible and make these bigger matches. Dev Yeti says, in my opinion, the animation about the finger translating around may be misunderstood, like it's sliding, and people will think it will aim from the point. Oh, I see what you're saying. Where the finger is at the moment you have on the screen. Maybe we should change that. It's just an idea. Is it made with Unity? So this game I'm using the Cocos 2D JS engine, which is this annoying game engine that I probably wouldn't recommend to anyone else. Right after I started using it, they stopped updating it and stuff, and not many people use it, so it's hard to get help from the community. But it's what I'm best at, and I don't like to use those Unity kind of tools that have all this visual stuff, but I know I should embrace that more. But I thought that was a great opinion. Let me beat this level and go back to that tutorial, because I think that's a really great point you made, and I had never thought about that before. It makes sense, these tutorials, whenever you make a tutorial for your game, you should have like 1,000 people play it, because there's so many ways people could take things differently depending on our experience, and I could see people definitely taking it that way. So I'm about to beat this level, and so if I lost the level, that's fine. I could continue as normal, but I wouldn't make as much progress. But by beating the level, I go on a streak, and I'm allowed to spin the slot machine, which gives me moves so that I can make more progress in the world to get to that next star. So beating stars, you can just keep playing forever, but if you lose the stars, you're going to run out of moves, and you're going to have to wait for moves to regenerate. Oh, I see. So just to show off this recent feature, and then I want to go back to the tutorial that you mentioned, Dev Yeti. Let me make sure I got the YouTube chat in view as well. Okay. Pandy's boxes. No. Okay. All right. So let me get to this one feature. So one thing we're working on this week, that we're mostly working on all the time, is updating the UI. Mattman PS2 in our community and in this Twitch stream chat or whatever you want to call it, they did a really huge job of helping me to update the UI. They kind of concepted this top UI bar to make it look more appealing and suggested these new colors for it. They also helped me redesign the UI totally. So it used to be that I had this bottom UI bar and all these like things on the side, like so many buttons on the screen, but now it's just the game. And so then you can go to home, and Mattman helped me design the UI for the game now. So one new feature is we have a fruit chest. It's like a fruit basket, and so by collecting enough fruit, you earn a bunch of boosters and coins, this chest that you unlock or whatever. So the fruits are randomly scattered throughout the levels. So I'm gonna match this lemon to get it. And then I now only have to get 9 more fruits in order to unlock the chest. So that's the feature we released last week. Another thing we're working on, Mattman, is we need to finish the ability to purchase and get these skins. So that's something I just need to finish. This week we're gonna be just finishing something. So we need to finish this. We're almost done being able, so you have your emoji avatar that you can customize to make your own emoji. Just to show you really fast, the coolest thing about the game is that you can create your own levels in the game. So using the emojis you unlocked, which there's a lot of emojis that you unlock that all have different abilities that totally change the game space in ways that bubble shooters in the market, they can't do anything near what I'm doing because they can't embrace skill, and I'm embracing skill to the max right away. So you can use these crazy emojis to create your own levels, and then you can share them directly to social media. So if I create a level, I could test it, and then I could share it, and then the game gives me this web link, as long as I've logged in at least, which I'm not right now. Then I can just put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook. Every single person in the world, from a mobile phone or a computer, can play your level. I think that's amazing because I love creative games like Mario Maker and Dreams and Fortnite Creative and Roblox. I love all these things. But there wasn't one for mobile I felt like that was really solid. So I wanted to give players the ability to make their own mobile puzzle games, since that's the kind of design space that I love designing for. And the big difference between like Mario Maker, say, and this, like Mario Maker, you can make platformers. That's pretty cool. The way I have some things above Mario Maker though. So for Mario Maker, if you want to play Mario Maker level, you have to have a Nintendo Switch, you have to have the Mario Maker software, you have to have the Nintendo Online Pass, you have to find someone's level randomly on the search, or find their code that they posted, all this annoying stuff. For Emoji Pop, the whole world is your audience. Internationally, every single person that is connected to the internet can play your level. So it really increases your exposure. I also create level design tutorials because my first job in the industry was making bubble shooter levels. So I want to give players the experience I had and train them in the skill of level design, which is where I learned everything I know about game design. And I want to put them in a position to get a job like I had in the industry and economically empower people. You don't need to go to college to learn how to design levels or learn the fundamentals of game design or player psychology. So I want to give players that experience with this free online game. And so that's kind of part of my thinking behind this game. And I want to keep adding cooler and cooler features because I want people to be able to create things that go viral. You know, like in Minecraft, people made Pokemon playable in Minecraft. I can't do anything crazy like that, but I'm going to do some pretty crazy stuff. I want to be able to allow players, for example, to make match 3 levels within this bubble shooter gameplay, which we're going to get into in a couple weeks. Can you expand the map? I mean, the number of emojis? Let me see. Dev Yeti says, can you expand the map? I mean, number of emoji on screen that can be upgraded. Like that you could be able to create map with message in it. I mean, the number of emoji on screen can be updated. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, so if you could rephrase it, that would really help me. You can scroll between the different pages. So you keep unlocking these different worlds by playing the game, and there's multiple pages worth of them. Number of emoji on screen can be updated. So does that answer your question? I'd love to answer your question if you reword it for me, please. Like this, you could be able to create a map with messages in it. But yeah, so that's kind of my thinking behind this whole thing. Also, if you're interested in pursuing game design as a career, you don't have to have coding experience. All you have to do, in my opinion, is keep learning game design however you will. Watch GDC videos, read articles in Gamma Sutra, whatever. But you need to make games, and the best way to learn game design is to master a section of game design. So I want players to dive deep into bubble shooter levels, and then after a year of making them and me giving them feedback, etc., they could go to a game design studio in San Francisco or Los Angeles, and they could apply for a mobile game design job. even if they don't have school experience, they could walk into that interview, pull out their phone, and say, hey, play my levels that I've made. I've made levels that you're going to want me to do anyways. So mostly they hire people that haven't made those kinds of levels before. You could make mobile game levels and be able to show how passionate you are about making these kinds of games, and you could walk through your interviewer with why you design levels the way they are. I think it could be a great impression for getting a job. My whole goal is, if I can economically empower one person to get a job and like benefit their life like this, just by teaching them how to draw emojis and make cool games, make cool levels in this game, I think that'd be so cool. So that's kind of part of my goal, part of my thinking behind all this. So that's Emoji Pop. So my plan for the week is keep improving the UI. There's a lot of buttons that need to be fixed and stuff like that. Finish the personalization options and add some options so you can pick between different eyes or masks or whatever it is. What else am I doing this week? If you want to follow me on social media, go to playemojipop.com, play the game, but also on the homepage I have all these social media buttons for you to follow me. And everything is focused on this game Emoji Pop and other mobile indie games as well, and giving them exposure. So I recommend you follow all my accounts and join our Discord. But yeah, I'm curious, Mattman, what you think we should be working on this week. So one thing is, I want to have trending levels. So these are levels people have made in the game. I still need to finish the UI, so it says who designed the level and stuff. So that's a little thing. We have some work to do on the emoji obstacles. I want to release on the App Store with 16 worlds, 16 obstacles, so I need to make sure they're all working properly. But also, I want to add a new emoji obstacle that allows you to basically play bubble shooters like a match 3. Sakran says, hello, please don't end the stream. How to get coins? I can't share, but cool. Wow, games. Play game from Panda Box. How to get coins. So you get coins by every time you win 5 stars, you get a star chest that gives you coins. Every time you get 10 fruits in the game, you get a star chest. So these are the fruits that you're trying to go after. You don't have to, though. And so these are how you get coins in the game, to answer Sakran's question. And then you spend these coins on these special cosmetic items so that you can have a cool looking emoji to share off when you make your levels and stuff. Please don't end the stream. So does that answer your question, Sakran? So yeah. Mammon says, I think you should watch a new non-biased player play the game for the first time. Great idea. You'll learn so much that you'll have 2 weeks of work. Totally makes sense. New player experience is so important. I think that's a great idea. I should do that. And you mentioned that last time. I think that's something we should definitely pursue. Maybe at the end of this week we'll do that. We can have like some big day where we get some players to play it. And then you mentioned that other person or people could pay to play it as well. That could be a great idea as well. I'm going to look into that after this stream today. Great suggestion, Mattman. Thank you for reminding me of that. That's a great idea. Let me reset, and I wanted to address the Dev Yeti's feedback about the tutorial, since they're a new player and they pointed out this could be confusing. Okay, so normally you log in so you can save your levels in progress. So they said it could be that you think you have to tap. It says hold to aim, but most players don't read. Dev Yeti says it could be like you tap. They think you tap once the aim is right. I could totally see people thinking that. Bubble shooter players should know that that's not how it works, but most people playing the game won't be a bubble shooter player, so it makes sense that I could do something to make it so that this is obviously aiming. Because the biggest danger is that players just tap. So maybe I could do something at the beginning too, that if players tap without holding down, then I show them, then I don't let them shoot if they just tap. I should force them to hold. But right here, for example, I think I counteract that a little bit, because if you're just tapping on the screen, then you're not going to hit anything. So it makes sense I can make it clear a little bit, but I do have measures that force you to hit certain shots. Or like, for example, if I'm just tapping, eventually I'm gonna learn, like, okay, like I should probably aim, hopefully. But it makes sense. There's really novice players, really casual players that won't have that reaction. So I think Dev Yeti's feedback is amazing. I need to consider that introduction tutorial. That's something I should probably spend the most time on anyways. Mac McJohn says, you seem to be super ambitious with Emoji Pop. I like it. Nice. Thank you, McJohn. Dev Yeti says, I agree, but that could be the start of the aiming. That totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. There's going to be I think you're right. There's a good section of newer players that could totally think that, and they might not ever learn it, especially if they think from the start, I tap at the right time to aim with the hand. Then once they get that in their head, they're not going to be able to get it out. I think that's a really great point, Dev Yeti. So maybe this week we can work on the introduction. I would love, Dev Yeti, if you can check in with us at some point, maybe at the end of the week, and we'll kind of hopefully have, maybe next week too, we'll have once we get the first user, like Mattman said, I just paid the guy because it's hard to find someone to play and record the finger movements. Basically someone behind them recording. So I think we'll do that. We'll pay someone a little bit of money or something or find some people that haven't played the game. We'll do it for free and record the game and send it to me. And then next week maybe we'll work on the tutorial. And Dev Yeti, the week after that, I'd love your feedback on the tutorial sequence after we change it. I might even message you on Discord and ask you what you think about the new changes, or if you see any other problems that could arise. I love getting feedback from people like Dev Yeti and Mattman and McJohn to like help improve the game. Like when I'm streaming, like if you come to the stream, you'll realize that I take so much feedback. Like if it wasn't for Mattman, this game would have gone a different direction. What I've been working on, like the chatters, my people in community, they really influence what I'm working on the game, and they've been such a big help. So I really love developing games on Twitch for that reason. No problem for this. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Dev Yeti. McJohn says, you seem to be super ambitious with Emoji Pop. I like it. Yeah, so like I have a different approach, I think, than other mobile indies, whereas most mobile indies, they focus on constantly making new games, I think, which makes sense to maximize profits and keep trying to find different trends, keep exploring. I think that totally makes sense as a strategy, but like my strategy, which could shoot me in the foot later, maybe it's bad, but to me, that's what I'm doing right now, is that like I used to work making these bubble shooter games for the industry. I saw how poorly they were being designed. I saw how many people it took, how much millions of dollars it took to make these games that weren't very good at the end of the day. And so I left and I was like, I could do this on my own and probably do it better. So that's why I'm like, I just need to keep focusing on this game, keep making it better and better, and I'm going to make the best bubble shooter that's ever been made. Hands down. That's why I got the creative feature. You can make your own levels, the best obstacles, the best structure that is player friendly, videos where I explain the game and I talk about its design and stuff. So I want to make the ultimate bubble shooter, release on the app stores. If I don't make any money of it, that's okay. People will be able to see that I made the best bubble shooter. Maybe I could get a job making these games in the industry, or maybe this is the passion that takes me to make the game success or whatever. Matt says, you're passionate as F about Emoji Pop. I like it. It's motivating. Sweet. I'm really glad people think it's motivating. I was worried people just thought I was an idiot, but I was like, I'm willing to accept that, because I know a lot of people think I'm an idiot for what I'm doing, but I'm confident in it. I feel like I saw something that other people didn't see. That's why I loved Hexstars, because I'm like, I see something in this game that the other developers aren't seeing when they're making these games. And so that's what I love to find in games. And this is something that I saw in a multi-million-dollar industry. Another thing to think about is, like, these mobile game companies, the giant corporations, they don't really know what they're doing. They're churning out copycat clones, etc. They're making games. Wait till you see my next game, says Mattman. I think my head's gonna be blown by your next game. I'm so pumped to see it. I cannot wait. I don't think there's no movies I'm excited for. I'm excited for Mattman PS2's next casual game. Tib Issoff says, do you make it in 8 hours a day? No, I used to. So I've spent a long time working 8 hours a day on the coding and everything like that. But now I'm spending 4 hours a day, and spending the other 4 hours a day making videos and reaching out to people and doing other stuff. I need to take I was working 8 hours a day on the coding alone, but I needed to take a break. I've had a month break since I've been working that amount. So now I'm working 4 hours a day, and so that's been better for me, but I want to ramp it up. We're going to be ramping it up the rest of this year as we push towards the App Store releases and getting the game ready for that. So yeah, that's kind of my work schedule right now. I think I'm pushing my work hours to 6 hours a day. I stream from 10 a.m. to like 4 p.m. Tuesday through Friday. That's what I'm trying to do now, at least. So I'm trying to like do 6 hours a day basically, because I want to. The game takes place on the surface of the internet, basically. The game is online. Deviati says, how do you pay yourself to do that? Is it okay? So I'm not making any money at all right now. So I was working on this game and doing outside work. I was teaching youth programs how to program, and I was even using Emoji Pop. I taught a couple classes on game design, which was super fun, and coding. So that's how I was kind of making money to get by, which was super awesome. But then since the pandemic hit, I'm not able to make any money doing that stuff anymore. But I have some money saved up from when I was working on these games in the industry. So I'm basically using that as my foundation right now to keep going with this game. Eventually, maybe I'll have to get a job or whatever. But now that I've had to invest in this game to make it what it is right now. And so now if I have to go get a job or whatever it is, like it's a full-time job or whatever it is, I can at least have this at this point so that I can keep like perfecting it, you know? So that's kind of like the financial situation behind the game, if you're curious. Feel free to keep asking me more questions about the game and its development. So yeah, mobile casual games are a multi-billion-dollar industry. The amount of money games like Candy Crush make is insane. Madeline says, you'd regret it if you didn't at least try chasing the dream. Exactly. That's what I'm definitely doing right now. Deviati says, I hope it will work. I hope it works too. My thinking is, what is your plan for monetization with this game? In-app purchases? Yeah, so right now I'm using ads. So if you lose a level, it's going to go away, like I said. But you could watch an ad technically to keep playing it. I am planning on using in-app purchases. So on the website, I want this website version to be like the most friendly version for anyone to play, basically. So I won't do in-app purchases on the website for now. I'm considering doing them for the mobile game on the app stores, since that's the way these games usually make money. But another thing I was considering, and I'm looking into actively, and I actually started coding on it a while ago, is I was thinking about starting a Patreon. So the idea is, since this is a web game, and maybe this will only be for the web game, so like the hardcore fans of this game maybe, or the people that are following me, they'll play online, and maybe there's no in-app purchases, but my idea is there could be a Patreon. So for like $5 a month or whatever it is, and I'm not doing this yet because I don't have enough audience, the game isn't good enough yet, but the idea is for $5 a month or whatever it is, you can unlock all of the emojis in the game. You get all these boosters and stuff to play the game. So every month you'll get like this big drop of goodies and stuff. And then maybe for like $20 a month or something like that, maybe I'll give you merchandise or things like that. So I was thinking about a Patreon fundraiser. I'm curious what y'all think of that. I don't think I've seen this done in most mobile games, but I think it's a great opportunity. And it makes it so that all of the money that people spend on the game, I want it to go into the game. You know, I don't want it to be like, I don't want to like make it a company and we're making money or whatever. Like, I think it'd be cool to just start a Patreon, and it's all about me making this game, and it's all community focused, and I think that could be interesting, but I'm still thinking about it. But yeah, so anyway, I was thinking, keep asking me questions if you have any. These big corporate game companies, they make billions of dollars making these kinds of games. Indie developers, we stand by and point the finger and say, these games are evil, they're manipulating players. And working on the inside, I know how these games are manipulating players in ways that people wouldn't even imagine, you know? So the way that most people, they say that games are addicting and they're evil, blah, 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 they don't know half of it. They don't know how these games actually work under the surface. And I do, because I worked in the industry. And so it's crazy what's going on in these games. And they're making all this money. Indie devs point the finger and say, these games are evil, these games are bad. Yet they don't make any competitive products. So that means King and Jam City and Zynga, they have a monopoly they have a dominance of the market. And there's no indies challenging them. So my thinking is, I want to make a game, at least try to make a game that would theoretically challenge them. And so the bubble shooter makes bubble shooters the way they're done right, in a way that I think that they can actually make money, which they don't make that much money compared to match 3s now because they're designed poorly. The other thing is match 3s right now are dominant. So 1 second, let me look up something. So I used to work at Jam City, and the CEO was a co-founder of MySpace, And I showed this article earlier. No, not this one. 1 second. Hopefully it's this one. Yes, okay. Oops. So my theory is, okay, Devyeti says, you said we could keep asking questions. Definitely keep asking questions. Earlier I said, can you increase the number of emojis in the map editor so we could be able to create big message or draw with the emoji color? Okay, let me open the game to make sure I know what you're talking about. Can you increase the number of emoji in the map editor? Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me log in and I'll show you. I think I know what you're asking now. Okay. I forgot my password. Here it is. Okay, so I logged in. I'm gonna go into the database and put myself farther in the game. So there's a variable in the database in each user called world index. I'm gonna put myself on world 10, and if I delete the bubbles that I'm currently playing with, then the game will reload the world for me. So I put myself on world 10. So I'll show you that you do add emojis to the map/editor. I think this will answer your question. So you'll be able to create big message or draw. I think I know what you're saying. Okay, so this is the latest world where, so this is what I'm talking about, where I'm able to embrace skill. This feature where these daggers are spinning and you have to time your shot, there's no obstacle like this in other games. I think he wants like full screen levels for PC. Hold on. So I think what they're saying is in the editor, you unlock all of these different emojis by beating the worlds. And so I thought that's what you were asking. Can you increase the number of emojis in app editor? So every time you beat a world, a new emoji appears in your editor. And so this is me after 10 worlds. I have the ghost emoji unlocked that fades in and out. The snails move each turn. The sirens are constantly changing colors. The dice roll in random colors. So does that answer your question? Madman says, I think he wants, the grid size. So maybe this will answer your question. Are you saying, okay, so Madman's saying the full screen, 16 by 10. So this is something that's never, the grid size has never been a feature that's been able to be manipulated in bubble shooters. But I think this is what you're saying. I can add the number of columns. So I can create like giant levels with tons of choice, or I could create really skinny levels where it's like not much choice and it's really focused kind of. Is that what you're asking? So you can change the map size in order to create totally different kinds of levels. Didn't find it. It's cool. Cool. Thank you, Devyeti. Yeah, so I think I'm just trying to find every way to make the coolest bubble shooter possible. And so one way is changing the size. Why hasn't any bubble shooter developer done this before? I have no idea. It's really easy to do. I'm a one person doing this, and I have all these features that these other bubble shooters don't have. So yeah, I think that's super interesting. Creates a whole bunch of new design space, and I use that in the levels. So sometimes they're really big, sometimes they're really small. It adds to the variety. It adds to the kinds of things you can make. I want you to be able to make whatever you want. In fact, very soon I'm going to be working on an obstacle. So one sec. The reason why you have to, if you click on the screen, normally you'd be able to shoot. In Panda Pop, for example, you can aim anywhere you want. Anywhere you click, you'll be aiming. In my game, you have to initiate the aim on this blue box. One of the big benefits of that is I can create emojis in the levels that players manipulate. So maybe there's a wheel that players spin so that they're trying to line up the colors before they shoot. Maybe there's like things they move around or touch or tap or whatever. So we're gonna add all these crazy mechanics. I'm gonna add all these crazy mechanics to the game beyond just bubble shooter gameplay standard. So I'm gonna add candy emojis that basically act like a match 3. So you're gonna be able to tap these colored candies, and it's gonna play like a match 3. So you can have match 3 elements in your bubble shooter level, or you can just make a match 3 within the bubble shooter. That's kind of my goal. So I want to just blow up the space of levels that you can make. Maybe it's not the most refined, but I'm just going to make the craziest bubble shooter that you can make, give you all the tools. And so another reason why I'm trying to tap into the match 3 thing is, so that's the reason why I pulled up this interview with the Jam City CEO. They say, we expect Cookie Jam. So let me show you Cookie Jam. So Cookie Jam is a match 3 that is just like every other match 3 out there. And so this, the co-founder of MySpace says, we expect Cookie Jam to be around 50 years from now. So this mobile, free-to-play mobile gaming industry, which is less than 10 years old, that one of the CEOs of the biggest companies says publicly they expect their Cookie Jam Match 3 game to be around 50 years from now. That to me is insanity and shows the thinking of these companies. They think they can just keep cranking out these Match 3s and it's going to forever be gold. I have news for them. Players get older. People eventually die. And I know that sounds kind of dark, but my point is in 50 years, we're going to be the old people. Who among us is going to be playing Cookie Jam? As we get older, these match 3s that have very little skill involved, they're going to get less and less popular, I'd say. Maybe they still have a presence. But I'm thinking that there's going to be a genre, especially as these older, because it's mostly older players that spend money on these kinds of games. It's just kind of like a fact. But I think as players get more into gaming, as casual gamers get more gaming literate, they're going to want a puzzle game like Match 3s that has a little bit more skill, a little bit more room for investment. So that's why I think bubble shooters are the genre, the puzzle genre of the future, because they have this shooting kind of mechanic that gives so much more depth to the gameplay. Gotta go. Best regards. Thank you, Dev Yeti, Arkany, for joining our chat. So awesome answering your questions. You had great feedback. Hope to see you again in the future. And we're going to end the stream pretty soon, but that was just kind of what I wanted to say. Another thing is that I think these bubble shooters are in the future. So I think as indies, we should be looking for, how can we there's so much money being made in the industry. It's insane. How do we do it in our own way that's friendlier for players, that's more fun, that disrupts the industry, that challenges the dominance of these companies that spend millions of dollars just to crank out identical games and maybe slap a Harry Potter IP or the Frozen IP on top in order to make a little bit of money in their financial game that they're playing with the ads. So I just think that there's a big bubble in there's a big bubble in the free-to-play mobile puzzle game genre in the industry, and the bubble is the philosophy of these game studios. I've worked there. It's insane. They're dedicated to the process, and they don't have any idea what they're doing. They don't understand mobile player psychology at all. It's shocking what I could talk about. It's shocking. And so I hate to say that they're inept, because some of these companies occasionally release games that I'm very impressed by, that show that King released a game called Legends of Soulguard that I was genuinely impressed with their pursuit of that game's design. It's similar to a Match 3, but it's inspired by this old Nintendo DS game. Tipsoft says the question is how you can reach your potential gamers. That is the question. That's very astute of you to raise that question. That's something that I'm wondering night and day myself. So right now I'm just focused on making the ultimate bubble shooter, and I'm testing the waters with how to reach my potential gamers. I don't have the resources of these companies, which I think you're leading on about. These companies can make their games successful because they have all the money to invest in the advertising for them. And that pumps them up the charts, and they get a bunch of organic downloads because of that as well. I don't have the resources to get millions of players to play my game, So that's why I'm focusing on building at least a small community to soft launch the game with. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm focusing on viral features like the ability to create and share levels. And so I'm trying to make the game as crazy as possible so that players will be sharing levels on social media, hopefully, and maybe they can even go viral if they're crazy enough or weird enough or whatever. Maybe that would get players interested. I'm just trying to create headlines for potential journalists for when I release, And so, yeah, that's the thing I don't know. If anyone has any feedback, how do I how do I reach casual mobile players? I've tried, like on Facebook, I've gone through people who have liked Panda Pop or have commented on the recent posts for Bubble Witch, and I've messaged them all like, hey, I saw you were in my group. I'm really curious what you think about my game. I love bubble shooters, blah, blah, blah. I don't get much feedback from that stuff. So I don't know what I need to do. So that's why I'm pushing towards going on app stores first, and then hopefully then I can figure out, because it seems like most people aren't interested in this game until it's on the app stores. Like, they don't really evaluate games, mobile games, if they're online, even though it's playable on all devices just the same as mobile. So I'm hoping, once again, the app store, maybe certain people are interested in playing my game more. I'm hoping it blows up. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing, frankly, in that regard. Yeah, it's not easy, says Tipasoft. If anyone has any feedback for me, that's the problem that I think about the most now. Even though it's not something I'm dealing with right now since it's not on the app stores, I'm always thinking and trying, getting my toes in the water, figuring out how to do that. Usually I got feedback from other indies. Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing now. But like, I've heard it expressed that like indie devs, they are good for exposure. Like, so building a community like this, it's good for exposure, but you guys aren't my target audience, I guess. Like, my target audience is probably people who play games like Panda Pop and Candy Crush and stuff. So I need to figure out how to appeal to them, how to get my game in front of them. And maybe, I don't know if it's wishful thinking, like making the best puzzle game I can possibly make and then releasing on the app stores. Maybe I can just get people to play it. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. Something to think about. I'm definitely thinking about that a lot. So yeah, let me know if anyone else has any questions about the game or any other game I should play. If not, I might end the stream. We're 2.5 hours in. I don't like to go more than that usually for these Monday streams, but usually I'll stream 6 hours. That's what I'm starting to do anyway now. Tuesday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come by and update us about the game. I've heard that people like to watch my stream while they do their own game dev, so we can kind of game dev together. So I think that's kind of cool. And occasionally I'll play a mobile game on the side or have a mobile game open while I'm playing or while I'm developing or stuff like that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hello. What's up, Sukran? How to play in Google Play Store, save your account. So I think you're asking about, if you're asking about Emoji Pop, you can play it at playemojipop.com. Thanks for today, says Tipasoft. Thank you for joining. Thank everyone for making these awesome games for me to play. And I'm really looking forward to doing this every single week. I'm always following our Facebook mobile game group. So please join if you want the link to it. Just message me on Twitch or Twitter or whatever. If you go to playmojipop.com, as I said, it has all my social media there. I think it's also in the Twitch chat or below in the Twitch buttons. Let me know if you're working on anything, if you have any questions about mobile games, if you have a cool game you're keeping an eye on or you're working. I'm so passionate about mobile games and stuff like that. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Sukran and YouTube. Thank you, Tipasoft, Ev Yeti, Mattman, Kessels, all of you. Thank you so much. I'm super excited. I'm glad you're inspired by my motivation for this game and my passion for it. I think we're all going to be able to help each other out. We're going to rise together. You know, a rising tide raises all ships. I think we're going to be able to give each other feedback, improve each other's games, and eventually start challenging the dominance of these corporate game developers and make a name for ourselves as indie devs. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, maybe next Monday for our next community stream. Keep posting your games on the Facebook group. Join our Discord. The grind isn't easy for indie devs, Mattman PS2 says. Best of luck, everyone. Good final words for the stream.